MC's been around for a long time, and it seems like it was all figured out. And then this glide stuff comes out, and it's a lot easier. It's lighter. It just puts less weight on you when you're doing long hours and stuff. You don't want to be as tired. You don't want to be going up and down ladders, pulling loops so that you can pull through. You don't want to rip through and get back charged because of the fireproofing. So it's a good product. I didn't think it could get better, and here it is. As far as pulling around the corner and that stud, when I pulled the new stuff in, the glide, it went right in, and Joel was able to pull out. It looked like effortlessly when he pulled in the MC Tough and pulled around the corner. It seemed like he was struggling a bit, but then when I went to pull it off, I almost ripped that whole wall down. It just won't pull around the corners.
Yeah, with pulling it out of the corner, I was amazed. To be honest with you, when we said we're gonna pull this out around the corner, I was like, no way. I was like, no way. And then I pulled it, and like you said, it was effortless. It slid right out. I was impressed. Snaps right off. Oftentimes with typical MC, you gotta cut it. You need both hands on the pliers to cut it. With this, you just snap it off with one shot. I also noticed that I didn't seem to run the risk of accidentally cutting into the wire with my roto strips, because, like Enrique said, you could see exactly where it was, and it just, like I said, the links just snapped right off, and there was no danger of me accidentally putting too much pressure on it and cutting through the wire.
It's easier to hold when you're cutting it because it's kind of a square edge rather than the rounded edges that the other cable has.
It's generally easier. I would prefer to use the glide over the regular if given a choice.
Yeah, it's much easier to pull through hooks. It doesn't get hung up.
I like it. It's smoother jacket, so when you're pulling around studs, metal studs and stuff, there's not a lot of weight when you're pulling off a full reel. It comes right along, and when we're pulling through the fireproofing on the beams, it doesn't seem to be pulling it off like the older stuff used to.
I think it's just hands down a superior product. I mean, at this point, Enrique and I have pulled a few thousand feet of it, and having to switch back to the older MC Tough is frustrating. Glide Tough, like Enrique said, it pulls right off the reel. It's smooth. It's easy to manage. Doesn't get caught up, doesn't get tangled. It's really nice to work with, and production increases with it. We get a lot more done in a shorter amount of time pulling that cable than we do the older one. I only want to use this MC now. I don't want to go back to the old one.
Unlike the ordinary MC, when you pull it through studs, it's easier to pull back. You don't have to lift it through each hole. As the name says, it kind of glides through.